CAU.
If you're trying to grow your business and add diversity,
What you do?
hit up Client Attraction University. When it comes to getting clients, you face adversity. You need to hit up Client Attraction University. Client Attraction, Client Attraction, Client Attraction, Client Attraction University. Client Attraction University.
Client Attraction University, $250 million in revenue for coaches, consultants, and service providers all across the globe. And that number is growing as you listen to this. Want more clients, profit, freedom, and impact? Go to paidadplaybook.com.
If you're trying to grow your business and add diversity,
What you do?
hit up Client Attraction University. When it comes to getting clients, you face adversity. You need to hit up Client Attraction University.
Paidadplaybook.com. That's PAID playbook.com. So let's get to it. How many of y'all cool with like adding an extra $1 million to your income over the next year? Anybody cool with that? Anybody against that? Okay, cool. Every million counts. So here's what it starts with. So I'm a marketing and business guy, by the way. So I'm not an artist. So y'all just stick with me. So that's a hand. It's swole. It's swole. We've been counting a lot of money. So it's like your hands swell up. So let's get to it. So this process is called making millions one-handed. When it comes to using the internet to grow a business, a lot of people make this really complicated. And a lot of people purposely make it very complicated because they can keep you confused and they can control you. And they can just sell you more stuff that you actually don't need. So I want to simplify this because I believe that if you really want to help somebody, you make it simple. But if you want to impress somebody, you make it complicated. So let's get to it. Let's call this side the thumb. Well, no, this looks more like a thumb. Would y'all agree? So on the internet specifically, people romanticize traffic. It's just so exciting. Everybody wants to learn how to drive traffic. They buy the Facebook course and TikTok and LinkedIn and YouTube and all this different type of stuff, right? How many of you have bought lots of different traffic courses? How many of you have bought traffic courses and you didn't even have anything to drive traffic to? Anybody? Be honest. Be honest. Be honest. You got a traffic course, but you don't even have anything to drive traffic to because traffic is exciting, right? So this is first right here, but we're not going to start here because it's not, I'm going to even cross it out for right now because it's not even important. But a lot of people focus here and they understand they can't figure out why things ain't working for them. So let's move over. So now you want to have an offer. It's two types of offers you want to have. The first offer you want to have is a lead magnet. So your lead magnet is like, what is the thing you give away for free? This could be your webinar. This could be some kind of case study video you give away or whatever. So what's the thing you give away for free, right? We'll just use webinar as an example. So people get that, they register for free. Now you're going to have your other offer. Obviously, this is your paid offer. And then you're going to have your email follow-up. So because of course, like you're going to have, it's the people that pay you money, don't cost you money. It's the people that don't pay you money that cost you money. So that's why you got to have an email follow-up. Most people, they run ads, but they don't have any follow-up because they're thinking that if they don't buy now, they're not going to buy. But only 2% of the market is ready to do business right now. So that's why you got to have a follow-up in place. You got to have a retargeting, right? We're going to talk about it in a little bit. You got to have an email follow-up. How many of you have an email list? How many of you email that list every day? These are people who raise their hand and said they're interested in what you have. So why wouldn't you be communicating with them? How many of you are on Fashion Nova email list? How many of you are on Polo Ralph Lauren's email list? They email and text you every day. How many of y'all on TikTok email list? TikTok emails you every day. TikTok has something so clever, they email you, especially if your thing is growing a little bit, they'll email you and say, people are pretty excited about you on TikTok. Or something, I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much what they say, right? Because the goal is to get you on the platform, because the longer they can keep you on the platform, the more money they make. So you got to have an email follow-up. And then over here, you want to have a back-end offer. Why do you want to have a back-end offer? Because the interesting thing is, when you help somebody solve a problem, it actually creates another problem. Not even intentionally. So this ain't like, you got some people who sell courses and their course doesn't fulfill on what you paid for. That's not what I'm talking about. That's an issue in integrity and morals. That ain't what we're talking about. I'm talking about when you fulfill on the thing that they paid you for, that creates another problem. So what do I mean? I'm gonna give you some examples. How many of y'all got an iPhone? Any iPhone users in here? Or just a phone in general? We're not gonna leave anybody out. When you buy the phone, you got to get what? You got to get insurance. What else? You got to get a charger. Right. Now I don't even give you the charger with the phone, right? What else you got to get? You got to get a case. You got to get a screen. right? So you bought the phone, they solved the problem, the service plan. So you bought the phone, right? And it created all these other problems. Are y'all following me? And that's in everything. So for example, let's say you help somebody get leads, for example. You help them get leads and get clients. Now they got all these leads and clients. Now they got to know, how do you serve these clients? Like, how do you grow operationally, right? So now let's say for example, you go from making $50,000 a year to making $1 million a year. You got to scale operationally. So it's like, now you got a whole nother problem that has to be fixed. You also got to fix, like, how do you do your finances? So it's like you go from making $5,000 a month to making $50,000 a month. Now it's like, okay, what do I do on the financial side in terms of taxes, in terms of like my bank account structure? Because most people, they go from zero to $50,000, $75,000 a month, and they're operating their entire life out of their business account. And that's a train wreck waiting to happen. So that's another problem that you solved, that you created. Not saying you got to solve all the problems, but this is an example of fixing one problem and then creating these other problems. Are y'all following me so far? So that's why you want to have that next offer. So you want to say, okay, what problem do we create by fixing this problem? And then we help them fix that. Thank you so much for checking out this episode. Have a phenomenal day, because you absolutely deserve it. Talk to you soon.
What's the difference between you and mega successful coaches and consultants with a dream business? Simple. They're getting more leads than you are. What if there was a way to get 50 to 100 leads every single day like clockwork? Would you want it? Then go to www.getdailyclients.com to access our paid ad playbook that has brought in millions of leads for our clients over the years on complete autopilot.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.